Are the best days of your life really the ones you spent at college? Well, we're about to find out as Colm heads back to his old college, the Botanical Gardens, for one day only.
Situated right in the middle of Dublin City is the National Botanic Gardens, and inside here is the College of Amenity Horticulture, where thousands of people have passed through the doors and pursued a career in horticulture.
Well, the gardens was petitioned in 1790 and was commenced. The site was purchased here in 1795, opening to the public in 1800. The purpose of the garden was for the scientific study of agricultural plants. The gardens changed its direction somewhat in the 1830s to be more focused on horticulture and the study of botany. So from that time right up to now, with the current Teagasc teaching facility here, education has been at the heart of the Botanic Gardens remit. And people can come in here as complete novices. They can see plant names on signs, they can get lots of information at the visitor centre. So there's that type of learning that's here, confronts you every day, to the more formal Teagasc type teaching.
As a student, I trained here, and today I get the chance to come back to college for one day only, to see how education has changed and how the study of horticulture is experiencing a bit of resurgence of late. I was a real nerd when I was in college horticulture, and the chance to come back and see how it's developed and see what changes there are is just really exciting to me. Can't wait to get into the classroom and see the new facilities. It's been close to 12 years since I first studied in the Botanic Gardens, and the college principal has remained the same. But I'm interested all these years later to hear from John and see if he feels things have changed since I last studied here.
In the last couple of years, I suppose we all know what has happened in terms of our society and how the pandemic has affected it. And notwithstanding that, we moved with the times. Like all of our classrooms have new technology which can incorporate what we call a blended learning experience. So people can attend or they can dial into it remotely. And we welcome more change. In fact, one of the things that's coming down the tracks is apprenticeships. And it's been a government policy for the last number of years. I think it suits vocational training in horticulture to go towards an apprenticeship route.
100%. You learn so much on the job. Like the classroom has a huge value, but being out in the garden, being out in a nursery, you learn so much from that experience.
The classroom experience here is largely the 50+ acres that's outside the window. It's the training that goes on there, because as you know, I mean, horticulture is a very hands-on activity.
And is that in response to an upsurge in students wanting to study horticulture?
Yeah, one of the things we've seen in the last 5 years particularly, we found a resurgence coming back to horticulture, but in particular, part-time learning, whereby a student can come back and maybe pick a module or 2 modules or 3 modules in a particular major course and sit those at a time that suits them.
What do you think we need to attract more people into horticulture?
I think we need to profile it well, and no doubt, inclusion of people like yourself, excellent graduates who've gone out to make a very strong statement with your own career. By getting our students in to do component awards, for example, I see every one of them as an ambassador for what we do.
Brought back loads of memories. It was kind of surreal in some ways to see the same lecturers delivering the content, and the content's changed, but the ethos is still there, the idea of educating and inspiring the next generation of horticulturists. So it was great to see that.